My name is Scott Wishold. I'm presently the kitchen manager at Montana's on Merivale Road. We are a steak / smokehouse. When I first got to Ottawa, Paulette and Porter walked through my front door, and that's where the relationship began. If I remember correctly, Porter came in quickly and then Paulette followed shortly after. Had a nice, wonderful conversation to get it started, and I believe we got Porter in quite quickly. One of my favorite stories with Porter is his first 2 weeks he would call us every day off to make sure the restaurant was running fine and we didn't need any help. On top of that one, that young man is more concerned about being late than any human being I have ever met in my life. Paulette and I have had to rearrange some of his alarms just to prevent him from being so proactive on his arrival times. Every couple of shifts for, I believe, a week. And then after that, she backed off a little bit just to give Porter some room to adjust to the situation. And then Paulette and I would meet on a monthly basis, bi-monthly basis, depending on her workload, and sit down and discuss how Porter's doing, how his life is going, his schedule, his diet, any little way we can possibly shift things, either in his home life or his transport life, to make his life here that much better. Porter's first day, he was confounded by our sanitizer buckets. He could not for the life of him figure out why there were 12 red buckets in the store and they were all stacked up in front of him. Everything else was 5 by 5 with the young man, but the red buckets just threw him so far off his first day. It took everything in my soul not to round the corner and giggle ever so slightly, but it's one of the things that endeared me to him immediately. With the experiences I've had, I've spoken to most of the other KMs in the area, and 2 or 3 of them at the very least are looking at it as an option, as I've spoken with Paulette before. And I'm trying to spearhead as much as I can to get as many of these young men into our employ, just because it's a great jumping off point for them to build the rest of their lives. It's not a difficult job, it's not an easy job, so it gives them that sense of, or at least with Porter I found it gives that sense of direction and fulfillment. So kind of explain that to the rest of our company, and I'm hoping it jumps off from there. He's a wonderful young man. I sing your praises all across Ottawa. I've sung your praises across Newfoundland, and I've sung your praises across Quebec. Well, I was in St. John's for about 4 years, so I've had contact with a couple of the KMs and a couple of my friends back there, and I've actually spoken about this situation out here, and they're looking into similar organizations or companies out there to see if they can source out any young men to fill their needs as well. With what I've seen from Porter from when he walked in my front door to now, he's gone from a good young man to one of my better workers. And yeah, I will recommend and employ young men or young women out of Owl for the rest of my career.